Being a caregiver is one of the most selfless and demanding roles a person can take on, and one mother who understands that better than most is Jess Ronnie.
As she experienced the challenges of 24/7 caregiving for her son Lucas, she knew something had to change, not just for her, but for others walking the same path. ABC's Rhiannon Alley shares her story, the inspiration behind her mission, and how she's making a difference, one family at a time.
Hey, Ruth. Oh, socks.
Oh, we're not going anywhere yet.
Jess Ronnie knows the challenges of caregiving firsthand as a mother of 8, including her son Lucas, who was born with disabilities. She saw the overwhelming struggles caregivers face. Determined to help, she founded a nonprofit to support them, bringing awareness, relief, and community to those in need.
Can you go sit down and I'll get you some juice?
In 2004, Jess gave birth to Lucas, who had suffered a stroke in utero and was told by doctors that there was no hope for life.
He held on and I held on, and he came out screaming with life, and I just wept in relief. My baby had made it.
After undergoing brain surgery, Lucas went home with an umbrella diagnosis of special needs.
Around 3 years old, when we kind of settled into our new normal, my husband Jason began having a bunch of health problems and ended up being diagnosed with brain cancer. I remember hardly knowing how to put one foot in front of the other, but also knowing I had to continue to put one foot in front of the other.
After a difficult 6-year battle, the unthinkable happened. Jess's husband and the father of their now 4 children died of brain cancer.
I did have a huge support system that really rallied and brought meals and helped with my kids, and in particular really helped with my typical children. It was always kind of challenging to find help for Lucas.
Needing an outlet for her grief, Jess took to blogging, where a stranger connected her to a widower across the country named Ryan, a father of 3, also grieving the loss of his wife to brain cancer and desperately needing support.
We started corresponding, and emails led to phone calls, which led to eventually meeting, and we were married in 2011. He moved to Michigan, we adopted each other's kids, and we had the final child, Annabelle, together in 2015.
With a partner in life, the two of them focused on their blended family, with Lucas needing the most attention.
Can you sit down for a minute?
Everything started with him, and then it worked outward. So he got 99% of us, and our other kids got to share that 1% that was left.
Should we take a bath after dinner?
I don't really think I even began to grieve the fact that Lucas had special needs or disabilities until he began to go through puberty. And then it became very, very challenging to raise him. And that's when I was like, oh, this is forever. Like, I am a forever parent caregiver.
That realization driving Jess to start her nonprofit, the Lucas Project, wanting to bring awareness to 24/7 caregivers she feared from her experience were left in the dark.
She just said, hey, I see this need, let's resolve it.
So we began offering monthly respite days to special needs families, and we took advantage of these days too because we were desperate for a break.
Their mission, recognition and respite for caregivers, providing over 350 free resources from support group to self-care.
We had people say, you gave us 5 hours to go on a date, or I haven't had a nap in years, or I haven't had time to just be with my typical children in so long. The testimonials just poured in.
Jess's plan to make the invisible visible. When Lucas turned 18, they ran into their next hurdle, finding long-term housing for him and realizing how few options there were. 2 parents who'd also been looking for the same thing for their daughter Maya, Joel and Carrie Smith.
When we went to our county and told them that we wanted to apply for housing, you know, they pretty much were like, you can apply, but there's really nothing available.
And with that, Jess and Ryan expanded the mission of the Lucas Project to offer residential support to special needs families. And 1 year ago, they opened Hope Farm, and Lucas moved in.
Now that he lives apart from me, I see this young man who is becoming really independent, and I have a peace because I see how happy he is.
Well, you want to walk? Okay. Well.
I don't know that we would have found something if it wasn't for Ryan and Jess starting this, so we're very thankful.
What's gotten her through all life's ups and downs? Her family, her faith, and her writing.
I've written 4 books. The first book was born out of my journaling when I was pregnant with Lucas.
The latest one dedicated to all the incredible caregivers.
I like to say bison turn to face their storm, but they don't do it individually, they do it as a herd. So as all of us caregivers come together and we collectively turn to face that storm, I think we're going to really see movement and change.
Oh, I love everything about this, and it's so true that caregivers need to be cared for as well.
Sometimes they just need a break. Our thanks to Rhiannon for that story.